Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back. Our guest today is my good friend Bart Brands. Bart is a precious metals specialist at Gold Republic and a certified security intelligence professional. Bart, welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me again, Ivan. It's a pleasure being with you.
Yeah, it's a huge pleasure having you come down. I wanted to get you on to talk about all the excitement that's happening in the gold and silver space and everything that's happening with Fort Knox and LBMA. Recently, there's news about, Elon coming out and saying they want to do a walkthrough and an audit and see if the gold is actually there at Fort Knox. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, well, that's a very interesting question. It was years ago that I know that Ron Paul was asking for an audit of Fort Knox, and I think the last partial audit was in 1974, maybe 75. So that was 50 years ago. And, I'm not sure if the gold is there. And I think an audit would be the perfect way to see if the gold still is there. I'm really excited though about the questions that Rand Paul, the son of Ron Paul, and of course now Elon are asking: Is the gold really there? Because Fort Knox, I think, holds somewhere around 4,000 tons of gold, and it's really important to see if it's there or not. And so I asked my Twitter followers as well if they think the gold is there or not. And most people are really skeptical about that gold being there, or maybe it's leased, or it was retrieved by other countries. So yeah, it would be very good to know if it's really there or not.
Yeah, a lot of people online are talking about, if the gold is actually not owned by the American people and it's leased out to other countries or even sold and held for other countries. If it does uncover, an audit uncovers that, the gold isn't actually theirs, what does that do to, America geopolitically? Will countries start pulling out their gold? What do you think?
Well, if the gold is not there, then the question could be asked: What gold is there? And of course, we've seen the LBMA, the immense move of the golds in the vaults in London towards the COMEX in New York. So record influx of gold going towards America. That could be because of the tariffs. That could be because the gold in Fort Knox is not there and people inside know. I read an article a couple months ago on Zero Hedge where it said an insider said, the only thing in Fort Knox is half-eaten IOUs and moss. So yeah, we don't know if the gold is there. I think that's a very important question to answer. Then again, if the gold is not there, what that will do to America, I'm not sure if it will do a lot. I'm not sure because, well, we know America is still the superpower of the world.
Right.
And I think if it's not there, there might be a scramble to get it there and to buy gold. Of course, for the gold market, it would be very exciting if it's not there or a part of it is missing, because we know the Treasury Secretary told in the White House, in the Oval Office, that there might be a plan to revalue gold market to market, and it's still on the books for $42. So it could be have immense consequences for the price of gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is, if they don't have the gold there, or even if it's leased out, people around the world are really going to get like, you never know what it'll do to the price of gold. It might skyrocket, or people, countries in Asia, in Russia, or even in Middle East will say, you know what, we got to start buying gold and stacking up gold more than ever now because now the Americans don't even have the gold at Fort Knox.
Well, central banks have been stacking gold like never before for the last 4 or 5 years. So if 3,000 tons of gold production yearly, if 1,000 tons go towards central banks, that is an immense record, and it's been going on for years. It's been sustained for years. So I think the overall view is that gold is now back on the on everybody's radar. It's
Right.
back on everybody's radar. We've been trying to devalue the gold for decades, and of course that sometimes happens. But
Yeah.
with a track record of 6,000 years, gold is still, and it will always be. Let's not kid ourselves. Gold is the king of money and the money of kings. It has a track record which is unbreakable, and it will never be challenged. So I'm very, very optimistic for both the price of gold. For everybody that owns gold, I would say hats off to you. So if you have bought gold in the last couple of years, have you seen this? And I think you've done very good. And also, you know, I think we're still in the early days, because if I look at, for example, the customers of our company, I I almost can't believe that the YouTube channel of Gold Republic only has 35,000 subscribers,
Yeah,
because there are
absolutely.
17 million people in the Netherlands, and that means that even if I tenfold it, that more than 16 million people don't own or are interested in gold. Everybody should be looking at their financial situation, seeing what's happening, and buy precious metals, gold, and of course also silver.
As you know, I'm a big fan of gold and silver, so I can't think of a better platform to partner with than Gold Republic. Gold Republic sells and stores physical precious metals in a simple, secure, and safe way with a buyback guarantee. You can access your portfolio 24/7 via their unique app, which is available for iOS and Android. And the best thing is, I can give you a 20% discount on the transaction fees with the code SILVER20. The link is in the description below. Check them out. Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think is going to eventually happen with, the tariffs? Do you think that America will keep these tariffs continuing? Like I know they made a deal with Mexico. They brought Canada to the table as well, but it's only for 1 month. Is it going to be like years and years of lingering tariffs, and what will that do to the economy?
All depends on what Trump wants to do, because, of course, he said he wants to maybe abolish the IRS, which I think is a very good idea.
Yeah,
Taxing people is I think taxing the income of people, which in the Netherlands is done to an absurd amount.
yeah. Even in Canada.
Is in and in Canada as well. You know, you guys, us guys, we pay enormous amounts of taxes. Where if you can get revenue from another source. And of course, indirectly, it also is a tax on your own citizens. Let's not kid ourselves. A tariff is a tax also on your own people, because they have to buy more expensive stuff.
Right,
And I think trade wars only have losers. So every war only has losers, also trade wars. But I do think it's a interesting or effective way to to get your opponents to the table. So I think and Trump is an effective leader. He started a month ago, and less than a month ago his was his inauguration, and he already pushed through so much legislation, so much executive orders,
yeah,
and he's really having a flying start when it comes to policies. So will this stay? Will this be a policy that he's going to implement, and will it be effective? Not sure, but I think if you want to tax your people less, then first of all, of course, you have to shrink the government. You have to make sure that your deficits are smaller, maybe pay off some of your national debt. But if you want to tax something, tax the stuff that comes from abroad, because it also incentivizes your countrymen to produce it themselves.
right.
And the United States were a production powerhouse, just like Europe, of course. We only have Germany left that produces a lot of stuff, but the rest of Europe is gutted as well when it comes to production. It always exported towards China, for example.
Hello, my fellow silver and gold stacker. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the channel. Subscribe, please like the video, and also hit the notification bell. keep stacking.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, you absolutely nailed it, Bart. Let's talk a little bit about you when you first started in precious metals, because there's so many new viewers in the gold and silver, especially watching us right now. For anyone who doesn't know your story, why did you get into gold and when did it all start?
Thank you for the question, Ivan. Well, it started with the great financial crisis. I'm a security expert from, that's what I learned to be. So that was, I, what I studied for. But during the great financial crisis, I discovered that financial security is a very big part of your overall security, sense of security. And I saw people around me, family, really struggling, had to sell their houses and getting into debt. And I thought that wasn't I didn't want that to happen to me.
Right.
So I started studying our financial system. And then I came to the conclusion that gold and silver are the best preservers of wealth and purchasing power. That's when I started just investing in silver myself because I didn't have any money. And when those first silver coins, eagles, maple leaves, when the first one came to my house, I held it in my hands, and something happened. Something
Yeah.
just clicked with me. And now well, that was 15 years ago or 17 years ago.
Wow.
And now I'm the precious metals analyst for Gold Republic with a company with 70,000 customers and 750 million under custody.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I wrote a book on gold. It's called Chaos Without Gold. Everybody in the Netherlands, we have the Dutch version. I might have it translated to English
Yeah, that would be awesome.
if yeah, yeah, and I'll send you a copy. But
Nice.
gold is a passion, and I really think that it is the money of kings, the king of money. It has an unbeaten track record, and it's I think it is. That's why I think, for example, that the reintroduction of a gold standard is inevitable. So it's not a matter of if, but really a matter of when.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we're here in with the whole team in Cape Town, enjoying the beautiful weather here.
Nice.
Amazing time, and yeah, our company is doing really good. And yeah, we really want that message to be heard by everybody. So I want to thank you, Ivan, as well for doing what you do because I think it is an essential message to spread in the world. So
No,
the people have to invest.
yeah, I really want to thank you, Bart, coming down to Wall Street Bullion and to coming down to the silver and gold community. It's such a huge pleasure, but I really want people to follow you and I highly recommend everyone to follow you. Where can people connect with you?
Well, I'm on X. I try to spread also English spoken content there. So follow me on X. Follow me on Instagram as well. I post a lot of stories there, of course, of also my personal life. I'm a big cigar smoker.
Nice.
So if people smoke cigars, they can follow me there as well. And watch my and see my daily adventures and we have a YouTube channel as well, so the Gold Republic YouTube channel we actually have two, a Dutch YouTube channel, but we also have an English spoken YouTube channel. It's called Wall Street Bullion. No, it's not called Wall Street Bullion. It's called Gold Republic Global. Gold
Nice.
Republic Global. And of course, people that are watching Wall Street Bullion, they have to subscribe as well to your channel.
Oh no, I really appreciate that, Bart. I'm gonna put the links in the description below.
Thank you.
Everyone watching, highly recommend you go follow Bart, follow what they're doing because the mission is endless here. But Bart, thank you so much for coming down, and I'd love to have you back on in the future.
We'll see each other soon, Ivan. Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Talk to you soon.